So, hello students, Sensei Alex here. I want to talk a little bit about, I've referenced it once or twice, the donation fundraising campaign that I have for for advertising for Fist and Foot through PayPal. There's a link on my page. I need to start putting the link on the videos. Still working on that. Anyway, let me tell you a little bit about it. It's to raise money so I can get, for the specific purpose of getting advertising. Because advertising is very expensive, very expensive. Before COVID, before lockdown, I was doing fine. I mean, I wasn't raking it in, but I was chugging along at a nice pace, and I was comfortable with it. After lockdown has ended, I'm not anywhere near to where I was. And it's been 2 years. So I need to get the word out. Now, let me tell you a little bit about you folks out there in YouTube land, what I do. I work with all people, men, women, children, special needs. My particular specialty is kids on the spectrum and kids with ADHD, kids who have a difficult time standing still. Because I'm one of them. I know I don't have any special training in teaching autism and Asperger's, ADHD, other than I know what's going on in their heads because it's going on in my head. You don't get over it. You don't grow out of it. Years ago, that was what they thought. Now the research is showing pretty clearly that no, it's not. That's not what happens. So, and I also work with people, seniors, anybody who needs an accommodation. People who are not traditionally reached by traditional martial arts, where you have to be able to do everything the way you're being shown. This way or the highway. Well, yes, sort of, but at the same time, there are certain things that must be done a certain way or they will not work. Yes, absolutely. However, if you have had an injury, if you're an adult and you've had an injury years ago and you can't do a certain thing, then you still need to learn how to protect yourself. Well, if we can't do this, how can we work around that? How can we work around that? Or with special needs, for instance, with autism. I have this student who years ago, he went through this phase where he was chewing gum to stop his extraneous movement. Well, I didn't know what it was, and he was on my floor chewing gum, and that's one of the rules. No gum chewing, especially at that time. I was teaching on a carpet. And I said, why, get rid of the gum? And he said, my mom said, so I went to Mom and I said, Mom, what's going on with the gum chewing? And she said, it's something we're trying. It helps deal with his extraneous movement because he kept his, chewing his gum. And it worked. It was it was hard. It was tough, but it worked. Emotionally or psychologically, it was tough for me to do. Another case. I don't believe in allowing jewelry on the floor. In fact, sometimes when people say, how serious are you about no jewelry on the floor? I show them that my wedding ring is tattooed on my hand. That's how serious I am about no jewelry on the floor. Now, I do allow people to have post earrings because the only one who will get hurt is them. I'll let you get hurt. Learn that lesson on your own. It's not a good idea, but I don't allow rings, bracelets, and I don't allow loop earrings because other people can get involved in the situation and It's not just the one person who's going to have a problem. Anyway, this one student had a leather strap on his wrist, and I'm like, take that off. And it was a different student. He said, Mom, my mom said, I'm like, hi, Mom, what's going on with the leather strap? Well, as it turned out, they would put essential oils on it, and it was a calming mechanism. I don't know how it worked. I don't know if it like it just having the essence around, or if you would smell it once in a while. I didn't notice it or whatever. But that was what was going on. It's like, okay, we'll allow it and see how it goes. Now, when I do that, that person is allowed the accommodation. No one else is. Like the kid with the gum, I wasn't going to let anyone else. It's like, how come he gets to chew gum? It's like, well, because he does. Deal with it. I don't need to explain. So during class, if you don't like it, I can't help you. There's the chill chair over there. Oh, I haven't talked about the chill chair. That's a whole nother thing. It's a safe space, so to speak. It's a cool beanbag where if you're having a meltdown or if you've got an owie, that's where you go to calm yourself down. Or if your feelings are hurt, or if you got out and it's not fair, that's where you process your emotions. Or your pain, the owie, emotional or physical. Anyway, that's what we do here at Fist and Foot Martial Arts. And I believe in what I do. I'm also really good at teaching adolescents how to protect themselves, especially girls who need empowerment. I'm very good at that. So anyway, I'm good at teaching people who are not used to being empowered, let's put it that way. Boys who may not fit the football player mode, empowering them, showing them, yes, you can do this. The only thing, culture's holding you back, and are allowing culture to hold us back. We don't need to do that. We can take our power. I have what's called the Fist and Foot 5 tenet chant. I'm not going to go through it. Well, it's based off of the 5 tenets of Taekwondo. Courtesy, be polite. Integrity, do what's right. Perseverance, never give up. Self-control, I control me. Indomitable spirit, unbreakable spirit. We really stress that I control me. Anyway, I'm starting to ramble, and I will be done. So please look for that PayPal donation for my advertising campaign. And that's what the money's going to go for. It's not going to go for equipment or gas. So anyway, thanks for listening, and see you on the other side. Sir.